Okay, guys, let me start. The book that I read was Moby Dick. I think it's one of the most popular books in the whole history, so definitely you know something about it. But I'm going to start with a random but curious fact about it. So, did you know that the Starbucks coffee shop chain took the name of the company from a character in the novel? Starbucks, who is one of the crew members of the ship and a fundamental part of the whole story, was the inspiration for this coffee shop. And the company's president indicated that there's not a connection between the character. He just liked the name. So yeah. so uh, yeah, to know a little more about this story, we must know about his author, Herman Melville. Herman Melville was an American writer, novelist, poet, and essayist of the Renaissance period. He was born on August 1st, 1819, New York, United States. And yeah, he died on September 28th in 1991 in New York, United States. Something interesting is that at the age of 11, he moved with his family to Albania, where he studied until 2 years later. Um, the family business died, so he had to go to work, and the difficulty in finding stable employment led him in 1841 to enlist in a whaler. Experiences that led him to publish Moby Dick in 1850, a work that was rejected and became popular until his death. So I think that is interesting. And this novel is considered one of the great works of universal literature. Here, a great metaphor of the world and human nature, that is the incessant search for the absolute that always escapes, and the coexistence of good and evil in man. And all that metaphor is behind an apparently simple plot: Captain Ahab's obsession with killing Moby Dick, the white whale. So now that we know more about its author, I'm going to tell you, like, very briefly what happens inside the work. The story, sorry. Melville's work, which focuses on the struggle of man against the beast. In this case, like, the beast is Moby Dick, against evil and against destiny. Present us with characters lived by Captain Ahab, who seeks to pursue Moby Dick, the white whale that some time ago not only tore off his left leg but also his soul. When I say like soul, I said that in a metaphorical way, but the left leg is real, so he don't have like a leg. The story became a myth in American literature. Herman Melville's text is constructed from numerous scientific commentaries on whaling and philosophical observation on nature and how it's like a destructive force of nature. The story plunged us into a sea adventure in search of the great white whale, and Ishmael is the character who tells us everything that happens and what they suffer because of spite and revenge. The character of the play have very different roles, but all of them are important for the plot. So the scenarios that this story proposed to us are without a doubt hallucinating. Oh, well, that is my point of view, because I mean, I was like reading the story. I was like, I don't know, like so interest, like, because I imagine like that, like sea and the ship and all that things. So definitely it's like so cool. And definitely allows us, like, as readers, to feel inside the story and part of the sailors. So yeah. So now the three concepts represented in the story that are present in real life that I chose, sorry, are stubbornness, courage, and teamwork. And to explain it better, I related the concepts to a specific character. So let me explain you. Stubbornness with character Ahab. And definitely this character is presented as someone very selfish and who only cares about his own things, even if he has to sacrifice other lives. So he's very stubborn person and definitely the representation of many people in real life. And I say that because I mean, who that kind of people who even having solutions and options in front of them decide to dive in and be guided only by what they think. And these people are annoying when you want to seek new perspectives or do something different because they are like so narrow minded. So yeah. The other one is courage. Uh, Sailor Ishmael. I'm like confused with the name, but yeah. Courage with Ishmael, our narrator, is the clear example of bravery and courage. This character joins the adventure even though it was his first time and without any experience in whaling. I mean, he's like a sailor, but he's not used to like hunt whales. So it was his first time like in that experience. Um, he was willing to give even his life to hunt Moby Dick and did not um, to overcome his fear. This kind of people, even though they are rare, I really admire them because facing your fears is not an easy task and overcoming them even less. So but yeah, people who shows courage and leader, uh, sorry, to show courage definitely are leaders willing to find solutions and provide help. And finally, Sailor Quickwit with teamwork. This sailor was despised for his appearance from the beginning of the story, and everyone made fun of him and even called him like a freak. And the surprise came when he proved his loyalty and his gifts of service, even when he was like sick and about to die. He uh, yeah he know he couldn't like abandon his team and decide to go and ahead and help him where he could. And this very helpful character is the representation of those people who look out of for their team and who seek solutions from the common good and who are even willing to go to great lengths to make their team successful. So another important character and personal my favorite. And okay, and Moby Dick is certainly not an and easy to read, but is certainly one of the richest example of symbolic realism. Moreover, is um, gripping adventure novel that let me tell you will leave you adventurous spirit aflame. So thanks. I don't know if you have comments, Christopher, because I think Fernando has problems with his internet again.
Yeah. So I love your presentation. I love how the drawings and the images that you add in your presentation. It's really beautiful. You are talented.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for sharing this book. I think that it's another must. I think that I have to read it because I
Yeah,
have heard a lot about this book in series, movies, cartoons. Yeah. So I think that
yeah.
it could be really interesting.
Okay, yeah. Thank you for that. And yeah, definitely you need to read that book. Okay.
Okay, so I think that I really get identified with the main ideas that you have of the characters, like stubborn and perseverant. I think it was, but I think that it also is a great story, and the way you exposed the book was very interesting. I really like the slides and the video that has in it. So yeah, and congratulations, Eduardo. It was a really good presentation.
Okay, thanks for that. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for the comment.